watching Griffon Sports Insider, presented by Spine and Sport Physical Therapy. Now, here are your hosts, Brett Easley and Ryan Menley.
Hello and welcome to the first new GSI of 2012. Always a landmark, Brett Easley, when the show makes it into another year.
Well, it really is. Ratings haven't canceled yet. Happy New Year to you. Happy New Year to our viewers. MWSU basketball race is heating up this new year. The Western men have hit a wall.
Yeah, they are now 6-7 overall, 1-6 in the MIAA, and have lost 4 straight games. 2 last week. One of the conference's first place team and another to its last place team.
New Year, same old jam-packed rivalry crowd. Missouri Western taking on Northwest. The Bearcats coming in with a 10-1 record and taking early control. They'd open the game on a 17-4 run. Western with an early hole made deeper without starting guard Dylan France. Out for the season with a fractured finger. The reserves stepping up, though. Before the half, freshman Reed Mells buries the 3. He had 10 points off the bench. Griffs would go to halftime down just 4. Second half, they're down 12. Alex Toluca, one of his 4 threes. He had a team-high 12 points off the bench. Griffs would cut the lead to 4 in the final 10 minutes, but the Bearcats just kept answering. Kyle Hakey, 3 of his 20 points. Later, Deshaun Cooper, 3 of his game-high 21 points. Northwest shot 55% from the field, and they downed the Griffins 64-53 the final. Western held to just 34% shooting by the MIAA's top-ranked defense.
You got to give them credit when you shoot that poorly. Northwest, give it to them. They play great defense, but we got to make shots. So college basketball players, defense is always going to be there. You got to make shots.
You know, with Reed scoring 10 and Alex 12, you know, that's great, okay? But those are backup players that should give us, and if they give us 22 off the bench, that's great. But when they become your 2 primary scorers, I think that probably speaks to the ineptness of our offense, really, more than anything else.
1, 2, 3.
Cool day at the Looney Complex. Western honoring the late Dorsey Looney with a plaque. The building is named for her husband, former university president M.O. Looney. Inside the field house, the Western men taking on Lincoln. The Griffins with a great first half. James Harris, Levante Douglas working the pick and roll to perfection. Douglas finishes with the jam. Later, Harris hits freshman Freddie Manyawu, who gets the and one. Part of an 18-1 Griffin run. They'd go to halftime with a 35-24 lead. Second half, though, different story. Griffs go cold. Lincoln comes back. Terrell Williams gives Lincoln a 52-51 lead. Western would answer, though, on the other end. Deontay Mitchell, the hoop and harm. Griffs reclaim the lead. Final 8 minutes go back and forth. TJ Johnson buries the 3 off the screen. He had a game-high 23 points. Griffs up 3 with 3 minutes to play, but in the final 10 seconds, we're tied at 63. Lincoln with the ball. James Edmond, his first shot of the game, nothing but net from the corner. Lincoln goes up 3. The Western fans can't believe it. Griffin's hoping for a miracle with 1.7 seconds to play. Coach Mike Nicholson draws up the play. The play designed for TJ. He gets a good look, but it's no good. Western drops a heartbreaker to Lincoln, 66-63 the final.
Especially at home, we gotta beat that team. I mean, we played to our potential in the first half, and then we just let it slip away in the second half. We got comfortable with the game, and I mean, it's very frustrating. I mean, but we gotta find a way to get a win.
And joining us right now, making his GSI debut, men's assistant basketball coach, huge deal, Mike Nicholson. Welcome to GSI.
Yeah, thanks for having me, guys. Finally,
pleasure.
for a couple of years.
Yeah,
Appreciate
a couple
it.
years.
Yeah, take your time. We're fine.
I hate to lead off with this question, but after the game Saturday, Coach Smith called it, quote, one of the worst losses of his career. Your reaction to the Lincoln loss, a tough week.
It was a difficult loss and a tough week for us on the court, losing to Northwest and Lincoln. But sitting back and reflecting on it after the game, saw some positives in both games that we can work on both offensively and defensively, and plan to do that this week and get ready to play a good Truman team on Wednesday.
You lose Dylan France for the year with a broken finger, had to have reconstructive surgery on that little pinky. And, you know, again, that was a guy that, you know, really didn't show up a lot on the stat sheet, but gave you a lot more than I think anybody realized, because you are missing him right now.
Yeah, absolutely, Ryan. I think in sports you always hear coaches talk about glue guys, and he was one of those guys with his effort and how he played. He always played so hard defensively. We gave him our top guard or wing assignment defensively to start out, and other players fed off how he worked during the games and how he worked in practice. And even though, like you said, he doesn't show didn't show many stats at all, but what he gives you doesn't show up in the stat sheet, and we're going to miss him the rest of the way, but others have to step up.
Well, Nick, on a positive side, a couple of positives offensively. Freshman Reed Mells continues to take little steps to becoming a key part to our rotation. 10 points against Northwest. And then Alex Tulika and Fumapembe, he was advertised as a scorer. He got off to a slow start, but he scored in double figures 2 of the last 3 games. Good to see those things from those guys.
Oh, absolutely. And Alex will probably get more time. I'll let you do the last name, but Alex will get.
And Fumapembe, I do that one pretty well. There's several others I found.
Award for that.
Yes.
Yeah. Award for that, but yeah, he's done and he's had that adjustment period as well, and he'll have to step up into more minutes with Dylan going down in similar positions. And before, I believe I'm correct on this, before the Lincoln game, he was leading the conference in 3-point field goal percentage right at 50% with enough attempts to qualify. So he's doing a nice job. Reed, great young player from Iowa. He's been fearless in games, and that's been good for us most of the times. But sometimes, maybe late in the Northwest, late in the Lincoln game when he's in there. The freshman side of him showing, but he's learning, and he's been great for us on the court, and we look for bigger and better things throughout the year for him.
Back home against Truman on Wednesday, the Bulldogs 4-10 overall, have a new coach this season, 2-5 in the conference, really only 1 game ahead of you. What's it going to take to get back on the winning track against a Truman team that has given you fits in the past?
Absolutely. Coach Woodley's done a nice job with them. They've got unique offense now. We'll have to do a better job executing an offense during significant times in the game. There's time, and that's when the game is on the line. Okay? And that's what we did not do against Northwest, and we didn't do against Lincoln. And we've got to work on that and really focus in, and those key moments perform better offensively and perform better defensively. And if we do that, hopefully we'll take the next step and get off this losing streak and get a conference win.
Well, Coach Nick, we're about ready to see if you're up for the challenge of Easley's Tantalizing 2.
Now, wait a second, Ryan. Wait a second. I'm taking a 30 right here.
Taking a 30.
30-second timeout.
I've had people contact me throughout the 2 years.
I like this.
And they've said,
this is what I was waiting on right now.
Why does Brett Easley always get to ask the questions? Why doesn't he have to answer the questions?
That's fine. I like this. I had good questions for you because mine are always good. So I can't wait.
We have here Coach Nick Needs to Know from Brett Easley.
You only get 2 of them.
I've got 3 if we've got time.
We'll
see.
Go ahead.
First, football overtime rule, college, NFL, or your own?
Oh, I like college. Give both teams a chance for it. We almost saw the NFL yesterday, but again, one of those squirrely, unless you score a touchdown, it's over. Pittsburgh never got a chance. It's the playoffs. Give both teams the ball.
College overtime. Number 2.
Yes.
A great karaoke singer. You have 1 song you can sing on the line for $1 million first prize. What are you singing, Mr. Easley?
Well, you ever heard the song Wonderwall by Oasis? I can do that one pretty well, too. You've heard, I know you have. I could do that one, too, but it's got to be calling Baton Rouge Garth Brooks.
Final question. All-time St. Joe resident. Give me your favorite all-time KQ2 personality, either in weather, news, or sports.
I really like Geraldo Pazar, frankly.
Wow.
I don't know any other KQ2 personalities.
I'll take that as a backwards compliment.
I like G-Pay. I like that. That's originality. That's what I was looking for.
Coach Mike Nicholson, I should have just taken a bathroom break for the last 5 minutes, but oh well. Good luck.
You might have. Who knows?
Thanks, guys. Appreciate it.
GSI, I'll be right back.
All right, guys, I think we're ready to go.
Western takes on Truman this Wednesday night in the Fieldhouse. 5:30 women, 7:30 men. Go Griffs.
Why can't you be more like that?
Why can't you dunk like that? I'm Fred Schunkweiler. I'm a physical therapist. I own Spine and Sport Physical Therapy. You know, we treat athletes, we specialize in that, but the industrial athlete is somebody that gets hurt at work.
I'm a police detective with the city of St. Joseph.
I'm a welder.
I had shoulder surgery.
And ended up having to have back surgery.
Professional athletes, they make a livelihood on the field. Well, an industrial athlete, they make their ends meet at work every day. And if you get injured at work, you want to get back to work as fast as you can so you don't miss a paycheck. And we specialize in that, and we have the resources and the facilities to help you get back to work faster. That's what the pool does.
And the pool, I attribute the pool to a lot of the recovery and the speedy recovery to get me back to work quicker. You know, I need to be back at work.
Therapy was wonderful, about 8 weeks straight of it, and I'm great. I'm back to work, 100%, no pain at all.
It is different. They take a different approach to it, but they help, and it works because they care, and they work really hard to get you back. They did a great job.
Spine and Sport Physical Therapy. Your first choice, the right choice.
Welcome back, talking women's hoops, and what a difference the new year has made for the Griffon women.
Yeah, after going 0 for December, the Griffons are 2-0 in 2012. That's after 2 solid home wins last week.
Rivalry night at the Fieldhouse. Lynn Plett's Griffon women taking on Northwest. Bearcats in the Final Four last year. Griffons come out rolling. Great ball movement off the bat. Jessica Cook to the cutting Bear Bell. She had 10 points. Later, more great ball movement. Callie Schoonover inside to Cook for the easy 2. Griffons with an early 11-4 lead. Western using the full court in a hurry. Bell, the full-length pass to Alex Noble, who hits the cutting Cook. Great execution. Cook 12 points, 12 rebounds on the night, and getting it done on both ends. Swats the Bearcats shot into the stands. Griffons go to the break with a 34-26 lead. Callie Schoonover heavy on the eye black, the gold jerseys, heavy on lead expansion. Brittany Griswold spot up 3, uses the rim and drops it home. Later, Griswold another open 3. She had a game high 17 points. Western goes up by 24 at this point. They'd hold the Bearcats to 24% shooting, and they go on to win 62-51. Western starts the new year by snapping its 6-game losing skid. Always nice to notch a W.
Oh my gosh, it feels amazing. Oh, it feels awesome.
Saturday, Western women taking on the early surprise of the MIAA, 9-2 Lincoln. Former Griffon great Nicole Lindsay Collier, an assistant for the Blue Tigers. The gold jerseys struggled with shooting this year, come out on fire early. Brittany Cassidy nets the 3 from one corner, then Alex Saxon 3 from the other corner. Griffs up 3 early, then going inside. Cece Bozeman the layup underneath. Then in transition, Jessica Cook on the run to Callie Schoonover. The Griffins shot a season-high 55% in the first half. Just before the half, Cook trying to beat the buzzer. She is hard to stop one-on-one. That is good. Western up 36-30 at the break. Second half, more variety from the Griffins, working inside to freshman Stacy Mbuike. Griffins take a 52-47 lead. Lincoln would surge back and retake the lead, but Cook stepping up in the clutch. Hits the 3. Next trip down, same spot, same result. She had 28 points, 8 rebounds, 7 assists, 4 steals as Western wins its second straight, 74-66 the final. Griffin shot a season-high 49% from the floor, and after losing 6 in a row in December, they are 2-0 in the new year.
I think the biggest thing was running. Every time we came to the huddle, let's push it, and because we knew off bat they could not run with us. So that was the thing I think that made us feel like we have the most control, is being able to run on them.
You know, how much confidence kind of adds up, because after that Northwest game, we were like, okay, you know, we can do this. You know, we are a good team, and we came into this game and we were together on it, and we were like, the only way we can win is together.
It seems kind of like ever since we got back from Christmas break, it's like a whole mentality and mindset, and it's just the confidence is growing, and you can just see it in everyone's, the way they're working and everything. It's just real exciting.
Joining us right now is head coach Lynn Plett. Smile. 2 in a row? That's
right.
Good. We just heard from the players, and it is amazing what a few wins can do for confidence for a whole basketball team, isn't it?
It is. It's as much as you don't like to be fickle, we all are. So winning, you know, just makes a world of difference in your countenance and your feelings, and for some reason we have these feelings. I think I've seen a lot more upbeat smiles and just more energy on practice since we've come back from break, and obviously winning helps that. Whether we've turned a corner or not still remains to be seen, because just 2 games of getting that, like you're saying, that full team efficiency, so to speak, as where it has been the last couple of games, is great for 2 games. Whether we can continue that is going to make a big difference on how we finish out the rest of the season.
Finish out homestand on Wednesday with Truman. They got off to such a hot start, but Lady Bulldogs have lost 3 in a row. One of their best players, Conway, is hurt. This is a big game for you guys. You say every game's a big game. It always is. But, man, to get 3 in a row, if you can do it, and finish out the homestand with 3 straight wins, It'd be pretty big to kind of change the momentum of the season so far.
When you start 0-5 in conference play, every game is a big game after that, and this is no exception. We can't, you know, you talk about don't let the previous loss make you lose another ball game, you know, from the standpoint of how you react to a loss that you have. Well, you can't let a previous win affect the outcome of the next ball game either by just thinking that it's naturally going to happen, that we're going to play well. We're going to shoot 49% again. That we haven't done that consistently enough to think that's going to be the case. So we need to still really focus on the defensive end and do a really good job defensively, game in and game out. We have to do that, and hopefully we'll have more games like we had on Saturday where we shoot a good percentage.
And we have to look ahead to this Saturday. You go to Central. Never mind the storyline that you're playing the last two Western head coaches that are on the Mules or the Lady Jenny's bench.
Plus it's on TV.
And you have Ashley Curry back. She hasn't played since the 2006-2007 season, averaged over 20 points a game then. It has been a heck of a road for her to get back. She's eligible. Her first game will be this Saturday. Just talk about what she brings and how much different that changes up the makeup of this team.
Well, number one, she through this whole process for this last year or so since she came back to school and tried again, it's just she's been, every time she gets knocked down, she gets up again, whether it's one thing or another. And that type of determination that she has carries over on the floor with her. Number one, what it gives us is another player with the same kind of intensity on the court that Jessica and Alicia and some of the other players have right now. So that's only going to grow with the intensity that she brings. Along with that, she brings a lot of basketball intelligence and just savvy on the floor. Her best attribute may be her passing. In reality, not that she can't do a lot of other things, as you mentioned. I mean, leading the nation in three-point percentage is nothing to frown about. And if we can add a player, when you've got a team that's struggling from the field goal percentage standpoint, and you can add a player, who wouldn't you want to? I mean, wouldn't that be the person to maybe add?
That would be the perfect
one.
Yeah,
that's right. But you're right. It's been 4 years or so since she's played, and now some of that other pressure, as far as getting eligible, is off her back. Now she's starting to feel maybe a little bit of the pressure of, or is everybody going to expect me to play like I did 4 years ago? And that's really unrealistic that people think that way. But on the other hand, she's still going to bring an awful lot of good things to the floor and cause a lot of opponents to adjust their defense. And actually, I think she's going to complement everybody on our team, including Jess and Alicia and Brittany Griswold and stuff, and take some of the burden of scoring off of them.
Okay, Lynn, Easley's tantalizing too. You don't have any questions for me, do you?
No, I think Coach Nick did a great job of that. So.
Okay, thank goodness. I can't answer any more questions. Do you follow politics? I mean, I read all this political smut going on now, and the caucuses are going on. Do you follow politics like that?
Not real close, but you can't not hear it. It's everywhere all the time.
But entertaining. Newt Gingrich spoke here 2 years ago, part of the Convocation on Critical Issues. So. Okay, well, and then finally, this is maybe simple, maybe not simple. This is the first show after New Year's. Do you have a New Year's resolution? If so, what is it?
Actually, if there's one, it's no matter what happens this season as far as our one-loss record, it's to remember why I'm coaching and the individuals that I'm coaching with it. They're still people. They're still individuals that want to do well, and that's probably the biggest resolution I've kind of thought through is to keep my priorities straight on what I'm doing and why I'm doing it.
It'll be nice to keep those priorities straight while you're winning, too.
Yeah, you betcha.
It's nicer to do that.
That's right.
Lynn Plett, we'll see you Wednesday night at Fieldhouse against Truman. That's Coach Plett. We'll be right back.
The most helpful physical therapist in the world on ACL rehab.
Enough said. Stay healthy, my friends.
The most helpful physical therapists in the world on dodgeball.
You'll never know when three-dimensional flexibility will come in handy. Stay healthy, my friends.
Hi, I'm Jessica Cook. And now it's school swim. Shortest one of the year. That's it.
Welcome back. Cook's Corner makes its return for 2012. I don't know how we lived in 2011 with that.
I'm not sure. I know I barely did. I know I'm not that talented. She scores, she rebounds, she takes charges, she pops popcorn. She's got a segment within our show. Pretty talented young lady, I would say.
Yeah, speaking of a Griffon athlete who should have his own segment in our show, Greg Zuerlein. Is this sounding like a broken record yet? The Western senior kicker, another honor for him. He has been selected to play in the East-West Shrine Bowl game. That is on Saturday, January 21st in St. Petersburg, Florida. It will be played at Tropicana Field. Zuerlein, of course, the NCAA record-smashing kicker, has quite an honor with this. 256 current NFL players have played in the East-West Shrine Bowl, so he will be in some pretty good company with the best of the best in college athletics this year. Again, that game Saturday, January 21st, 3 o'clock on the NFL Network.
Speaking of records, you've got a chance to be a part of a Guinness World Record as well. It's Saturday, January 21st at 10 a.m. in the Griffon Indoor Sports Complex. It's the second annual Zumba in the Roomba fundraiser. Well, what is Zumba, you ask? Well, it's a hot dance craze and an exercise to high energy music. And for 1 hour, Griffon Athletics will try to set the new Guinness World Record. We set it last year, it got taken, and now we got to get to at least 1,300 people to reset that record. Zumba's fun, it's good exercise for all ages, and best of all, folks, it's for a good cause as it benefits the YWCA Choices program and women's athletics at Griffon Athletics. Cost is just a $10 minimum donation.
More information can be found on our brand new website, the brand new GoGriffons.com, one of the most complete websites in NCAA Division II. Game stories, features, videos, much more. GSI will be right back.
The most helpful physical therapist in the world on rocker shoes.
No.
The most helpful physical therapist in the world on balance.
Don't lose it. Stay healthy, my friends.
All right, guys, I think we're ready to go.
Western takes on Truman this Wednesday night in the Fieldhouse. 5:30 women, 7:30 men. Go Griffs.
Why can't you be more like that?
Why can't you dunk like that?
All right, we're here with Griffon basketball players Reed and Deontay to talk about a calf drill. You know, basketball players jump a lot and there's a lot of impact from the ground up, and every basketball player wants a higher vertical. Here's a great way to rehab, strengthen, and prevent injuries in your calf. Here we go. Reed and Deontay are going to show this drill. It's a hopping drill. You guys can go ahead and get started. As they hop back and forth, they're hopping in one direction, but they're traveling this way. Meanwhile, they've got a 6-pound medicine ball that they've got to control. Now we're going to hop the other way. A lot of coordination here. Their calf muscles are going to start burning after we get all 3 dimensions. Good job. So that's one dimension. Now we're going to turn them sideways. So Reed and Deontay are going to be on this side. Now they're going to travel back at me, but still jumping front to back. Again, their calf muscles are our focus here, but you can see the medicine ball makes them use the whole body. Now they're going to switch the other way. Good job, guys. Perfect. Okay, now we're going to make it a little harder. So same direction, but now they got to twist. They got to rotate. It's going to bring in more core, more obliques. Still the calf muscle is saying, what are you doing up above at that hip? Because those hips are turning. Now we're going to go the other way. Awesome job. Good job, guys. Let's bring it back in. You know, the calf muscle needs the hip to be strong, and as we tweak those dimensions, those hips, also we're helping the calves. That's how we prevent injuries and train like the pros at Spine and Sport.
The most helpful physical therapist in the world on ACL rehab.
Enough said. Stay healthy, my friends.
Train like the pros at Spine and Sport Physical Therapy. Your first choice, the right choice.
Well, we close out the beginning of the new year. We didn't have a Happy New Year show. So
this is it.
This is our celebration.
Congratulations.
Left over from New Year's
Yes.
Eve. Brett, let's go with role play. Actually, I'm going to take mine off. Let's you take your hat off.
Okay.
Go for role play. This is a serious show here. Boy, that was a loud-sounding hat there. Brett Easley, you are Chiefs General Manager Scott Pioli.
I get the salary with that too?
No, absolutely not. You just hired Romeo Crennel as your head coach. Why?
Tell you what, I've said all along I need to do my job better. Well, I've done my job better here. Hired Romeo Crennel. This guy is the second coming of Bill Belichick. I'm not comparing him. Both got fired in Cleveland. Both are defensive geniuses. Bill Belichick's done pretty well for himself. I think Romeo Crennel is too. He was the best decision for the job.
Okay, you're the boss.
Okay, that's right. I am the boss. Okay, Ryan, your former Chiefs coach, Marty Schottenheimer. You haven't coached in the NFL since 2007. You're 68 years old. You are old. You're interviewing with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Will you ever coach again in the NFL?
Well, the answer, probably not, but I should. Why? Because I just coached the Virginia Destroyers to the UFL championship. What is
you
the
won a playoff game?
Yeah, I did. I have a
fancy that.
And in the NFL, I have a career 200 and 126 record. I got fired from San Diego 5 years ago after going 14-2.
Are you still wearing those bad sweaters you used to wear on the sideline?
Right
Oh,
here.
you're wearing one right
you
now.
Know, I can't win in the playoffs, but I have a track record of turning teams around. Why shouldn't you hire me to rebuild your franchise, especially if you're Tampa Bay?
Can't go wrong there.
Let's get to the pick'em segment.
Yes.
Let's just not. Yeah, you take the belt for the first time ever.
What did Al Davis say? In memory of Al, just win, baby. Doesn't matter how I got
just
there.
Win. Put it on your shoulder.
Yes.
You
Amen.
went 2-2 in the last pick'em before the new year. That was great. I went
out with the old, in with the
1-3.
new.
Let's go with this week. NFL playoffs in the NFC. The Saints at the 49ers Saturday.
I think the sexy pick here is the Saints. Give me San Francisco. Defense going to win. No home team is lost yet. Not going to happen. San Francisco in the NFC title game.
Give me the Saints, and I like the Saints to maybe go to the Super Bowl. We'll go farther on that. Giants at the Packers.
Sexy pick here says the Giants. They got that defensive line. Green Bay's offensive line struggling. I don't think so. Aaron Rodgers is back. They have home field advantage in a bye. That's Lambeau Field. Pros and tons of Packers win.
Give me Green Bay as well. AFC Texans at the Ravens.
Well, not a sexy pick here. TJ Yates, third string, been a good story for the Texans. I don't think so. Baltimore wins at home.
Okay, yeah, I got to take Baltimore too. And the Broncos at the Patriots. Can we get any more of Tim Tebow?
Oh, I'm kind of tired of Tim Tebow. I think the Steelers are too. Hey, give Tebow credit. He threw the ball very well against Pittsburgh. Not going to happen to Belichick. He's not getting Tebow. New England wins.
I'm going to agree with you there. So we're almost all the same. MIAA basketball this week. The Washburn women at Pittsburgh. That's an intriguing one.
We've seen almost all of the MIAA women's teams this year. I said Washburn's the best team. They're going to give Pittsburgh their first loss. Give me the Lady Blues in John Lance Arena.
I don't agree. I think Pittsburgh holds court. Northwest men at Central. That could be a good one.
Tell you what, we haven't seen the Central men. We'll see them this weekend. We have seen the Northwest men. It's a good team. Ben McCollum's got, but have to go to the multi and win. I don't think they do. Give me the Mules.
Really? Wow.
Yes.
We'll be different on that because I will take Northwest to keep rolling. That's a good team.
I like to wear this belt. It's probably going to happen again next week,
we'll
folks.
See. I still have the overall lead, though, so we'll see. And, of course, come out to see Missouri Western host Truman Wednesday night, 5:30 for the women, 7:30 for the men. And as always, Brett Easley.
Ladies and gentlemen, go Griffs.